Hi, everybody. It is January 28th. It's a Tuesday, and we are nearing the end of our first month of this year of 2025. I think we're entering into the year of the snake. I love snakes. Snakes are quite potent in their alchemy and their invitation to all of us to shed all that no longer serves us, to meet the challenges of life. And I have some cards. It's that kind of day, so let's see what the Oracle has to say about whatever it is we need to know here 28 days into the year. And I know many of us have a lot of fear across this precious biosphere. But my dear, please remember your heart. Oh, and look, I didn't pull one yet, but there's Kansu on the back. Arrive, meet it, meet the challenges. That's what Kansu is saying. Persevere. You got what it takes. We got what it takes. We've been trained up for this time, people. Like, it's not like today is a surprise. We've seen this coming for a long time. Globally, environmentally, climately, politically, personally, communally. All right, so this is the card. It just popped right back out at us, and this is it. All right, so this card is number 3. It's Cosmic Influences. And in this card, we have our dear Ma'at. We have Jehute, also known as Thoth. We have Kefra, the wings out around our dear precious Earth, our biosphere, our planetary body, right? This is my body, me, Zahra, Indigo, whoever I am. And you got your body, and all these bodies are cells within this greater planetary body. It's what gives us our life. We've got the dove here, reminding us of the purity of heart, reminding us of that place of innocence that everybody has, regardless of who you are or what layers of belief and conditioning and trauma are laid upon our hearts. We all have that innocent heart. There's a drum in this image, the heartbeat, the rhythm that keeps us moving. So as we arrive at the end of this month and we have this card, Cosmic Influences, what has been influencing you this month? What has been influencing the way you think? What are you feeding your brain with? I have a really great example. I got a little like snippet of one of the last things that happened in the signing of things in this crazy country that we live in. And I got all triggered because it had some personal relevance to my own life. But I didn't fact check it. I didn't look deeper. And I went and I said to my son, oh, do this thing. Blah, blah, blah. And he said, Mother. He didn't actually say mother, but he said, Mom, did you check it? Did you look deeper? Did you look? Is it true? And I was like, oh, he's right. Did I look? No, I didn't. So I went and looked. And it wasn't true. It was one more piece of this onslaught of false narratives that are being woven to confuse us into submission and to confuse us into outrage. And outrage is legitimate, but let's be outraged for real reasons, not because of someone sitting behind their computer creating some meme, some piece of fake news that they're spouting out there to mislead us, to deceive us, to make us feel isolated and alone, because we're not alone. There's, 8 billion human beings on planet Earth. 8 billion of us. We're not alone. There's one humanity. That's it. One humanity. Okay, so cosmic influences. What are we going to do? How are we going to receive what's happening in the world? How are we going to receive the news? All the misinformation, disinformation, bullshit information when we've got my aunt here saying, hey, remember your heartbeat. What is true? Right? What is true? Not what is true because you heard it on the news, not what is true because of some views, but what is true? What is true for you? When you look around in this moment as you're listening to my words and you say, oh, here I am, what is true? The stars are continuing to move. The earth will continue to rotate around the earth, around the sun. The moon will continue to rotate around the earth. Right? The dance of the cosmos will continue on. Life will continue on this planet. The earth is a life generating and regenerating being. However, what is our long-term prognosis of this species, which in the scheme of all life on this planet in all time is a very, very, very new being. Humanity as a being, as a singular, is young. And even in our youth, we have those of us on the earth who are the elders, the people who have carried the truths of how to live on earth sustainably, regeneratively, healthfully. They are here with us. So how do we learn? How do we move forward in this year? How do we meet all the challenges? How do we unify across all these divides? Because all the news is looking to get us to hate each other. And I don't hate you. I don't hate any of you. And no matter what they say, right? I'm not going to hate the heart of humanity. I don't like some of your choices, humanity. I mean, come on, for fuck's sake, humanity. Get over yourselves. You're not the only species on planet Earth. And in fact, maybe you're not even the most important. Maybe you're one of bazillions of important species who all are here to be together, to create each moment together, to breathe together, to share this breath. So I breathe in, my plant breathes out. As my plant breathes in, I breathe out. And there's this reciprocity that's happening globally amongst all species. But the more we think we're dominant, the more we think we're the only ones, the most important ones, the only ones who have any validity on this planet, the current epoch is going to crash and burn and maybe not in my lifetime or yours, but what are we setting up for our great-great-grandchildren? I don't know yet. They'll know. I want them to have health. I want them to have clean air. I want them to have waters that flow in clean, healthy rivers where the fish can swim and the birds can fly and the skies and the rains can pour down to create more healthy water flowing. I want soils that can grow food that feed our families in healthy ways. I want peace. I want the conflicts of the world and those people whose hearts are so hardened that they think violence is the way forward. I want them to soften. I want those rock hearts to crumble and to melt into peacefulness and recognition that no matter what we've done up to this moment, no matter who we've been in our lifetime, we can always make choices. Alabaster agrees. He's got to come groom me. It's a thing. It's like, okay, let me get that hair put down. Hi, Alabaster. Yeah, I know. You're a good cat. So how are we going to live together? You know, Alabaster's not my cat. We live together. He's his own being. He's his own being, huh? He's got his own sovereignty. Just happened to be responsible for him and his food and his health, but he's his own being, like every other species on this planet. I don't own him. We get to live together. So, rant complete. Ma'at. It's truth, justice, harmony, balance, cosmic law, natural order. And when we follow the principles of Ma'at, when we stand upon the foundation of Ma'at, when our lives are dedicated to preserving truth and justice and natural law and order, peace comes. Our hearts then become as light as the feather. And then all the words that are spoken and all the things that are produced, all the scribes who are scribing words become words of truth, right? Because the heart of Thoth is Ma'at. And if your heart is Ma'at, then you only speak truth, you only write truth, you only express truth, you live truth to the best of your ability and the best of your knowing. The other thing that I want to, I think, end with is Kefra and the earth, right? And the dove. And the dove isn't just a individual, you know, thing about your own innocence and purity, but it's that harbinger of peace, right? And the dove is flying towards the earth. Kefra is holding the earth in her wings, in their wings, because the beetles are they can choose to be male or female depending on what the environmental need is. Do we need more babies? So I'm going to be female, right? That's how they work. And there's a protection of the planet by that truth of the balance of the genders, of the male and female, right? By bringing together the truth that every single one of us, regardless of what our genitals are, have aspects of male and female inside of us. We have attributes of maleness and femaleness inside of us. Throughout time, humanity has prescribed particular attributes as feminine and particular attributes as masculine, and that has existed throughout our ages. And we all have that spectrum inside of us, just like Kefra. Just like Kefra. And it's in the balance of those, right? We've been a very sharp patriarchal swing. Once upon a time, deep time, there was a matriarchal swing. How do we find the balance between, where the masculine and the feminine are held in equal regard and equal balance for the health of the whole? It's a lot of balance right now, just saying. So I see this card as really positive. That's ultimately where I come to with whatever all those words were. I don't even remember what I said, but there we go. That this card is a positive card as we look towards this year. It's not going to be an easy year, especially for some who are on the opposition of some of the hate and vitriol that's happening right now. But the prognosis, I feel, is good. Sometimes we need a fever to get healthy. Right? Sometimes we have to get a little sicker in order to get healthier. And I think that right now everything is being exposed for what it is. And in that exposure, everyone can make choices now in a way that they couldn't before. So there you go. Almost 15 minutes of a January 28th Anubis Oracle reading, as well as a little bit of a Zahra Indigo rant of the moment. Thank you for you all and all that you do to help the whole be whole. I am super grateful to be traveling on this spaceship Earth with you through space, experiencing all that this is, from the beauty and the majesty and the magic to the despair and the trauma and the really fucked up things that are happening on planet Earth right now. Da-ding! I don't know if you're hearing that on the recording, but I'm getting little sounds around me confirming a lot of fucked up things on planet Earth right now. So with that, I take a deep breath with you. I feel the shakiness inside, and I also feel the solidity. Strong and vulnerable. That's our way forward. I love you.